It's that time when the convergence of winter sports and spring sports begin. And we begin this time on Inside EKU Sports with softball and the longtime coach, Jane Worthington. Jane, I added it up. When you begin the season on Friday, your 28th season, your 1,459th game, goes fast, doesn't it?
It goes really fast. I just can't even, first off, believe that I would be here this long. And then how fast it's gone by. It's been awesome. You've
put together a great program. You started the softball program here. You've had a nice run. What do you expect from this team? Because you have a veteran pitching staff, but you have to replace with younger players 3 starters out of that infield this year from last year that have graduated.
That's correct, and we will have a young infield, especially our middles. Both of them are going to be freshmen. But their defensive play is exceptional, and I think our defense is going to do a pretty good job. Where we're going to be a little bit short maybe, or somebody else is going to have to step up, is in the home run department.
Yeah, because the long ball's been a little bit more important nowadays than it was in the past. Is that correct? Because the game's changed a little bit as I watch it.
It has. When I played, it was 1-0, 2-0, and now you have a 5, 6, 7 run lead, and it's still scary.
Is that because of the equipment or because of the way the players have developed? How's the game changed?
I think it's a little bit of both. I wish that I could use the bats that they're using now. So it does come off the ball does come off the bat a lot hotter, but then the players are much better too.
Molly Pollock had 9 saves, 13 wins, and you have Tori Peterson, Samantha Reynoso, and Bethany Todd all back. So a strong pitching staff. How do you work them all into the going to the pitching circle?
They're all back, and you know what? We're going to need every one of them. I honestly don't know who's going to rise to the occasion. I expect all of them to do well. All of them have a chance to be a number 1 or number 2. It's going to be pitching by committee to an extent, but all of them have the capability of doing a really, really good job.
Sammy Miller is your leading hitter back, hit .391 last year. So you talk about needing the bats. Sammy would be one to lead the way, I suppose.
Yeah, Sammy's just unbelievable on both sides of the ball. She can play defense and then offensively, she is incredible. She's much, much stronger than she was last year. Her batting average, like you said, was almost 400. I expect that again with a little bit more pop and a few more stolen bases.
The way softball works, and we've talked about that in past years, is you play these invitationals. You go and there's 4 or 5 teams there, and you play a couple on Friday, a couple on Saturday, 1 on Sunday, and then you come home. You've got 4 of those before you have your own invitational. So what do you want this first month of the season from your team?
Well, I'm hoping that, of course, we want to win ball games, but I'm also hoping to find out what we have and just to get a little bit better every outing that we take. Traditionally, we haven't started off super well that first weekend, and it's been okay because we just continually get a little bit better, and that's what I'm hoping for as the season goes on. We don't want to be the same team at the end of the year that we are in the beginning.
And OVC play very competitive last year at the top of the conference. You expect to be in that mix again this year?
We always want to be right at the top. It might not be number 1, but it's going to be fighting for number 1. OVC softball, again, is going to be good. There were a lot of key players that graduated last year on every team. Southeast Missouri is the favorite, and rightly so, because they return almost everybody.
All right, good luck beginning this week down in Macon, Georgia.
Okay.
All right, here's what's ahead for the EKU softball team in that Mercer Invitational. They'll play Tulsa and Dayton Friday, then Wright State and Tulsa Saturday, and then Mercer on Sunday. When the Colonels finally get home, it will be the EKU Invitational, and again, that is March 6th through the 8th. When we come back, we'll check in with Michael Moreno on the men's basketball team. The Colonels rolling so far, more than halfway now through the OVC season.
Every day is a concept that few people can commit to. Every day requires a level of dedication that forces you to test your limits.
Every day I'll give back to the community because I draw strength from their support. Every day, the sounds of your cheers will echo through my mind. Knowing that you have my back means I can always look forward.
Every day I'll be too tired to sweat and my bones will ache. Every day will provide me with the slight edge that I need to succeed. Champions are built every day.
At Eastern Kentucky University, we recognize greatness starts in the classroom, but it doesn't end there. You have to get hands-on, get real-world experience, and discover who you are meant to be. Be a crime fighter. Be a visionary. Be a colonel. See what you can be. Visit go.eku.edu/colonel.
Time now to talk EKU basketball, and Michael Moreno, a freshman from Scott County, with us. Mike, you guys have really been playing well. 5 games in a row, longest winning streak in like 5 years. What's turned the tide, because you ended the non-conference season with 8 straight losses?
Yeah, I just think once we got that taste of winning, everybody figured out that everybody had their own thing to do when it came to us to win. Like, Jamar was scoring the ball and rebounding the ball. Trey is, staying out of foul trouble. Everybody's doing their thing. Everybody's kind of accepted a role, and they've kind of bought in. And I think we've all figured out Coach's system. So I think everybody's bringing their own strengths to the table, and we're just putting it together and grinding out wins.
You're getting almost 7 rebounds a game inside OVC play, lead the team. You just seem to have a knack of knowing how to go get missed shots.
Yeah, I've had a talk with Ty Taylor about this. I think it was Marshall. And I was just like, and I'm not the best athlete. I can't always count on my shot to fall, but something I can do. I can always be good for, 7, 8 rebounds. I can always go get the ball. In high school, I broke the rebounding record, single season and career. It's an effort thing. You don't have to be a super athlete, which I'm not, to go get rebounds. So it's really just as long as you play hard and you stay around the rim, it gets easier and easier. It's like something I can control. So if I do the things I can control, I can contribute in that way.
You broke your foot, missed a great majority of your senior season, came back for the state tournament, but it took a while to round back off that injury again in college. I mean, you weren't anywhere near 100% when this season tipped off, so it's been a long haul back, hasn't it?
Yes. So I broke it in December, right before the New Year's, missed the rest of the regular season, came back. It wasn't completely healed. I just really wanted to play, and that probably wasn't the smartest decision in the long run, but I broke it again in April and had the surgery the next week. Rehabbed it all the way through the summer. Got here, kept rehabbing, and then August comes around and I kind of tweak it again. So I had the summer taken away from me. I couldn't go full speed, and then I get in August. I'm finally getting back into team workouts and stuff, and then I kind of tweak it. So then I'm trying to nurse it back, and then by the time preseason ends, we're about to start playing games. Like, I'm still trying to find my way and get in shape. So it's been a long road, but I feel like it's made me better to know that, like, I gotta work just as hard, if not harder, than everybody else to try and keep, pushing and keep digging my way back to where I was.
You're a 4.0 student in high school, your first semester at college, 4.0. I think that's the thing that people need to know. You're a great student athlete. The classroom's important to you.
Very. Honestly, on the road, I like to relax, but it's forced me to really dive into my studies because we're not in class very much. So I have to really pay attention and really buckle down, and I don't have my mom in my ear to tell me, do your homework, do this, do that. So I've had to really buckle down on my own, and I think it's made me more responsible and helped me grow up a little bit because I'm kind of on my own.
This is, it's different, isn't it? College is different than high school.
Very.
But are you enjoying it so far?
A lot. At first, I wasn't sure about it. I was calling my mom every single day, telling her about, I'm not sure about this. Like, it's really tough for me. I just want to be at home, and it's made it better for me to be more independent on my own. Like, obviously my mom's always going to be there for me, but it's been easier for me as times went on to get, more acclimated to the college lifestyle.
It's amazing, and the best start, 8-2 in an OVC season since 1979. But I know you're smart enough to know, and Coach does too, what's ahead. The teams ahead. This is the last 8 games. 5 of them are on the road. Teams in the upper echelon of the conference. So this is a big challenge to continue to try to compete and get wins here to be on an uptick going into OVC tournament play.
Yes. I think, we kind of buckled down and saw where everybody was at, and we kind of took our place. As Coach, he often says, it's time to, we're the reapers, we got to, come in and really kill everybody's season or try to, shift the momentum, shift away from them. So we won the games that we were supposed to win and won the games that we knew that we could really get in there and win. And I think now it'll put our, resilience to the test to see if we can go on the road and, still be road warriors and just keep doing our thing.
All right. Great to have you as a Colonel. Best luck the rest of the year.
Yes, thank you.
Michael Moreno with the EKU men's basketball team. Here's what's ahead for the Colonels this week on the road, 2 in the state of Illinois. Thursday against Eastern Illinois. That game tips at 8:30 local time. And then Saturday against SIU Edwardsville, a 4:30 start. We'll have the call of both games at 100.7 FM, streamed at EKUsports.com and on the TuneIn app, and the game's also on ESPN+. When we come back on Inside EKU Sports, back to the Diamond to talk EKU baseball.
We are more than just athletes. We inspire scholars. We inspire leaders. We inspire champions. We inspire family. This is the Ohio Valley Conference.
At Eastern Kentucky University, we recognize greatness starts in the classroom, but it doesn't end there. You have to get hands-on, get real-world experience, and discover who you are meant to be. Be a rising star. Be a hero. Be a colonel. See what you can be. Visit go.eku.edu/colonel.
EKU baseball begins a week from Friday at Presbyterian College, and Edwin Thompson, getting ready to unveil his 5th team at EKU, joins us. What do you expect from this team? Because I know you've lost a really, really good reliever in Aaron Oceanby and a couple of starters, but you have some powerful hitters back. So where do you think your team sits as you embark on this season?
Yeah, it's exciting. I think, we're in year 5 of being here at the program. So, all the players that we brought in are kind of here. So it's kind of our style, our system. Everyone's kind of bought into that. So I think we have a good balance offensively. We return a good amount of players. We have some good experience back, obviously, like with AJ and Nick Howie. But we also have a good pitching staff as well. So we're excited to kind of see kind of how everyone kind of blends in once we start playing somebody different.
Nick Howie was an academic All-America last year. D1 Baseball rated him the 39th best hitter in Division I baseball. That's quite an honor. Why is Nick so good at the plate?
He's good at a lot he does. He's a 4.0 student. He's consistent on and off the field. I think his ability to work really hard at his craft, and he's one of those guys that always getting his extra work in and doing little things and taking the information from the coaching staff. But he's just a great, consistent hitter, and I think that I said that since he started playing here as a freshman. So he's been really consistent the whole time, and excited to have him for at least have him for this last year.
Catcher AJ Lewis also on that top 100 list. We had him on the show a couple of weeks ago talking about the community service you do, and he said, he's the catcher, but you may move him around a little bit this year.
Yeah, I think just to help our team, give ourselves some other guys days off and just different things like that. He's very versatile, good athlete, can play the infield, can play the outfield. He played a little bit outfield last year for us, but I think, more than anything, he'll be able to just be a leader. He's a leader back there vocally, whether he's playing catcher, second base, or in the outfield, or just DH, and he's a good leader for us.
6 of your 9 position starters are back. What holes do you need to fill? And I know as I look at your newcomers, you've got a mixture of junior college and freshmen coming in.
Well, we lost Will Johnson. And so, Caleb Upshaw is a new junior college hitter. Will be playing left or in that spot. We returned Chris Bosway from injury last year. So obviously he'll be in that opportunity to be in there for left field DH in the outfield spot. So those guys are the two guys that will kind of plug in. But Chris is kind of returning player, just was hurt a little bit last year. So he'll be at full strength, which is good to have him, another fifth-year senior.
What do you expect from, are you still working on, I know once you get to conference, it's that Friday, Saturday, Sunday rotation. Is that a work in progress through the non-conference to figure out how you deal with these conference weekend series?
Yeah, we have a plan, and all of a sudden you kind of work through that plan. I think at the end of the day, we just want to make sure we put the best guys out there that can help us win each time we get a chance on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And obviously Tuesday, Wednesday depends. But we give us opportunities early on, and then we should get settled in pretty quickly about where we want guys. We return Brendan Kelly and Jacob Ferris from last year's rotation. So, they're going to be in the mix, and then just are figuring out their last couple starters. But we're really close in that area, too.
You were 2 over 500 in the OVC regular season, made a deep run in the OVC tournament. What's the goal for the team this year once you get to conference play?
We just want to be the best team we can. I think we left a lot of meat on the bone last year. We lost 8 games by 2 or 3 runs. So that could have put us from 5th place in the regular season to the top 1 or 2. So that's our goal: get in that 1 seed, 2 seed, 3 seed, whatever it may be. But just obviously to win the championship in the regular season, then get in the postseason, back to the NCAA tournament is our goal.
Baseball is a long season. You play 55, 56 regular season games. You start in mid-February. Big trip to LSU, which is one of the Cadillac programs. What do you want out of this first month or so of the season?
Just kind of seeing how we are. We're on the road for the first 2 weekends, which allows our team to kind of grow, and obviously playing LSU week 2. But Presbyterian's a great college, great school as well, well coached. They won 30 games the last couple of years as well. So it'll be a good test for us. They're a very similar mid-major program. Then obviously LSU is the powerhouse that I think everyone wants to see where they're at as far as long term, and hopefully just get ourselves in a good rhythm, getting into the first 4 weekends of our non-conference, given it before we open up in conference play against Moorhead.
Okay, good luck this season. We'll talk to you and be on the ESPN Plus some as well.
All right, thank you.
All right, that is Edwin Thompson of the baseball team. Here's what's ahead for the Colonels as the season begins a week from Friday with a 3-game set at Presbyterian College down in South Carolina. That's February 14th through the 16th. The home opener, by the way, is against Kentucky State on February 18th. That does it for another edition of Inside EKU Sports. Like and follow all Colonel Athletics on all these social media pages you see on your screen. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with another edition of Inside EKU Sports. Until then, as always, go Big E.